Now I'm going to do this rapid fire round with you and where we're going to give like quick answers.
Okay.
Um, everyday home hacks, and it's about conscious living. So, first is festive season is coming around the corner. Everybody wants to refresh their houses. Some underrated smart decor elements that can make a huge difference.
I would say just change a cushion or two, bring color in a place that you feel is slightly dead. That changes the most amount of energy in a space without spending too much.
Let's talk about smart investments. 3 to 5 timeless pieces that you think are totally worth spending for any home.
A really nice, cozy comforter or razai or dohar that you love, that's like your cozy space, number one. Number two, really nice piece of art that really speaks to you. Number three, plants.
Wow.
Love plants,
Yeah.
love the energy, the oxygen, the anti-pollution, everything about it. Yeah,
I think plants are so underrated in a way, right?
100%. Love plants, completely change the energy of a space.
Energy and add so much color.
Yeah. And here's the thing, I know plants can be hard for people who travel,
Yeah.
including person like me.
Yeah.
So we just now keep like cuttings in water because they don't die out on you when you're back, let's say after a week or two.
Okay. You style so many beautiful setups. Can you share 3 styling tips for festive table versus your everyday table, which is also easy to maintain?
So if you're looking for like a nice, beautiful table setup that's going to be memorable, your canvas is your table cover. I know a lot of people have really beautiful tables, but that is your everyday, right? If you want to make it special, use table linen in striking designs and think of the whole theme together. What cutlery and what crockery you're going to use on top of it. Use table napkins, even if they're cotton, because they bring such a nice variation and contrast to your plates. Fresh flowers, even if not candles. I know candles can be a bit tricky, but at least fresh flowers. And
What
like
about napkin rings?
you can use napkin rings as well, definitely. Definitely. That makes it more like festive and special. And I love name cards. I don't know how people feel about it, but like even a small little thing with your handwritten detail can really make a difference.
You often speak about layering textiles. Can you break down how someone can style and layer cushions in a very simple way at home that is also not overwhelming?
Identify how many number of cushions you need in a space. Like if you're talking about this sofa, how many cushions are going to make you feel super comfortable so that your back is supported. When you have that number, remember you have to mix three things. You have to mix colors, you have to mix textures, and you have to mix patterns. So play with that. Also, don't make it exactly the same. It's a bit boring. So keep it slightly asymmetric. I would say identify 2 or 3 colors that you want to bring in. And then play around with that. Let's say if I want peach and blue, let me do few cushions that have blue as a strong element with a little bit of peach. And let me have a few peach cushions with a little bit of blue and bring in like an accent color.
Okay.
And in terms of materiality, mix like a flat weave like a linen with maybe a pile like a velvet, mix of textures as well, like slightly embroidered, along with print, just like a layered visual palette, always make you feel like it's wholesome.
And no rule is a good rule.
Yeah, there's no rule. Whatever feels like you have conviction, like, yes, this is it. That's the answer.
Can you share 3 top sourcing tips for people who want to either build a new house or refresh their house, which can also be done in a more mindful way?
Build a Pinterest board, very important, so that you are aware of what works for you. Whenever you're starting to buy, don't think of it in isolation,
Yeah.
but as a whole.
Mm.
Think of all the aspects, whether it's the walls, the furniture, the coverings, the curtains, the carpet, everything together has to work. So rather than thinking, oh, I love this couch, so I'm going to buy it, I'm going to figure out the rest later, it might lead to you buying things that don't fit well eventually. And third, don't be in such a rush to finish it off. Take your time, because sometimes you will not find the right piece, and that's okay.
Common design mistake that people make again and again while setting up their houses.
Doing everything samey or matchy or all beige. I feel like it is very important to remember homes are supposed to have your personality, and they're supposed to be lived in rather than feeling too perfect so that you can't relax.
In small apartments where space is a luxury, how does one do their house that it starts to look a little more open?
The best way to think about it is to be very mindful of how you're using the space. Every room serves a function, and to remember that most of the time, even if you have lots of guests, it's going to be just you. So design based on you rather than guests primarily, and then things can move around for the guests. For example, in our living room, we have this one big couch and one extra chair, and that's it. Because we are 2 people in the house. We will have more people coming in, and when we do, we'll bring like chairs or whatever. But we've not designed it for guests, we've designed it for us. And so it means that there's a lot of space that's empty rather than filling it up with.
So I have a lot of interesting stuff from my mother-in-law, which is a little more traditional, but they are beautiful because it's created by artisans and they're very unique. However, my taste is very modern, which is a little more minimalistic and more rustic. So I do not want to get rid of those pieces. How do I club the tradition and modern together so that it looks more cohesive?
I think there is something to be said about juxtaposition of different styles put together. It does take a little bit more thought into curating that, but I feel it definitely gives a much more layered, lived in, beautiful, interesting look. Rather than a space that is only modern or a space that's only traditional, there is something so special about marrying the two and thinking about how to do it. If you want to do it, I would say start from references. There are people that do it really well. Try and find your references and take inspiration, and don't think so much about mistakes. Try it out.
We hear a lot about conscious consumption, and even you also believe in that. How a person who manages house can get into conscious consumption and also upcycle things in a more interesting way?
I think conscious consumption starts with understanding what is it that I really need and shifting the mindset from let me buy for all scenarios to let me buy for main scenarios. That is the first piece. Second is conscious means buying good quality so that I don't have to replace it all the time. So that means also buying things that I'm not going to get bored of, that really connect for me, and I'm going to love them forever.
Upcycling tip that you can give me, because I love upcycling. I'm also add on to that.
Perfect. So if you have, let's say, a bed cover or a table cover, you've had enough of it in that space, make it into cushions. It's the easiest thing to do, and cushions you can place anywhere. So it changes the space, it changes the product, but you can still use it.
I use a lot of old vases and my candles and put it in the vase with dry flowers. I also use table mats which are old or stained as tray protectors or tray covers, which really enhances the whole look of the tray.
Yeah, like,
and there's a bag, actually, this is a bag. I'm using it with flowers as a vase in itself.
yeah, It's beautiful. I think just upcycling is about creativity and rethinking a product in a different way.
Yeah, so we need not to buy a lot. We need to rethink of ways of repurposing what we have already.
Before I'm like throwing away something, let me think about how can I give it a new life.
So this is also a great way, which I personally follow, that each Diwali I'll buy only two, three pieces which are very relatable, and then refresh everything else so that the home starts to look great. And of course, fresh flowers are lovely to add. You do a lot of linens and cottons.
Yeah.
How does one maintain them? Because it's very hard, especially in an Indian household today.
I think there's a lot of confusion, especially about linen, and a lot of people think that it's only to be dry cleaned.
Yeah.
I've personally found that linen is very sturdy. It's stronger than cotton. It is considered an heirloom. In Europe, grandmothers will pass on their linen like bedding to their granddaughters because it lasts so long and becomes better with time. The more it is washed, the more softening happens and gets better. So to take care of linen, you don't actually need to do a lot. You don't even need to run it on like heavy or hot cycle. Just even a cold cycle, you basically can't destroy it.
So when you have a linen mat and by mistake you drop food on that, and it's very humanly to happen. How does one maintain that? Because I see a lot of stains on my own table mats that I love the most.
So this is a common issue, and I feel that there are a few things one can do. First thing is, as soon as it happens, just wash it with warm water first thing. Sometimes based on the fabric, you could use like vinegar, baking soda, stuff like that. But more than anything else, my tip would be to perhaps use things that have prints in them so that the spot doesn't show as much. And also to embrace it. Like it's adding character and it's a memory from a beautiful time together.
Most people find colors confusing. Can you break down some simple color rules or ideas for both new homes or one being refreshed?
Okay. So I think color theory is a very simple way to approach this. If you want harmony, go with colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. For example, if you want to do something with pinks, add burgundies, add ochres, add peaches. If you're going for a cool collection, let's say blues, you can add greens and perhaps yellows. All of those will create a harmonious feel while creating a variety. If you want energy and boldness, go opposite the color wheel. So, for example, we love pink and green, and our customers love pink and green because it's naturally there in
I love it
nature.
too. My wedding lehenga was mint and pink.
There we go.
Yeah.
Exactly. It looks really nice together. It doesn't have to be like very saturated or strong colors, but opposite the color wheel will create nice interest. So a few combinations that we love are, let's say, browns, peaches, and blues because they're opposite, or let's say pinks and greens and things like that. Essentially,
One color mistake we should totally avoid.
color mistake. Don't think there's any color mistake.
I certainly knew your answer, but I was like, let me ask, maybe there is. If you want us to keep bringing such amazing content and business hacks, please subscribe to our Clips channel, The Sonika Mata Show Clips.